Well, I just got done filming that other video and we fucked up. We got the tools open. This is actually legit. We have a problem. We have oil. We have the bottom case off. You guys ain't gonna believe this. I just pulled out of the rest area. I got 5 hours left to go. Listen to this. Actually, I'll just show you guys. Hear that? That means the motor's not spinning, but the transmission is. You know what that means? For anybody who knows these trucks, knows I just snapped the flex plate in the center. I was cruising, I was in second gear. I didn't feel like locking up the converter, so I just let it eat until about it was gonna, lock the converter in third. And then out of nowhere, engine RPMs went to the moon. Brand new flex plate. I made sure to get an upgraded one that's not stock, and I snapped it. And I know it's the flex plate because if the transmission's spinning, that means the center piece broke out of it. So I'm actually dead in the water here. I just pulled out of the rest area. Rest area is right back there. I'm not actually sure what I'm gonna do on this one because I am 5 hours from home. So I'm gonna make some phone calls and we'll see what happens. All right, so it's not like I can do much right now. I'm gonna start pulling this transmission right here. I grab the key. Huge shout out to Brian. I just did a live stream. He's coming out with a floor jack. It's getting a little chilly now, which actually I'm happy with. But we found the part. He's gonna pick it up tomorrow about an hour south of me and bring it back up. I'm gonna start pulling this transmission now, get these wheels chalked. I do have plenty of chalking, and I'm gonna use ratchet straps to hold the tranny up, but this is where we're at. So let's, yeah, I got plenty of straps, but I need these for chalks because I don't feel like getting runned over. But he's coming out now, like I said, with the straps. A lot of this video will be in the daylight, but some of it will be at night. I'm gonna try to get this trans out. Should take me about an hour. Gotta get the converter bolts out. Actually, no, I don't need to get the converter bolts out because the flex plate's just gonna come with it. So I'll do the converter bolts while the trans is out. So let me throw these chalks on here and start. All right, so we got the rear drive shaft off. I've got the front and rear bolts right here. I got the front drive shaft dropped. I'll show you guys, and then I'm gonna keep getting into it. We're probably about 10 minutes in, but she's sitting pretty on the ground. So next step is gonna be dropping the cross member, unplugging everything, and unbolting the trans, making sure anything that's connected to the trans is off besides the lines, because I'm gonna keep them on, and we'll go from there. So keep going. All right, here's about where we're at. We are not far in. Brian coming clutch over there. Got 2 jacks. All I gotta do is get the bolts out. Yeah, that's what's next to me. All I gotta do is get the bolts out of there. I gotta get these bottom 3 bolts out. I'm pretty sure they're 14s. And get the cross member bolts out. Drop that. I'll probably support it with the jack first. I might even just support it there. There he goes. He's going to pick up the part for me first thing in the morning, 7:30, so he should be back here by like 8:30 tomorrow. So there's good people everywhere, guys. You just gotta find them. Appreciate him for doing me this big solid. It's like, it sucks I can't get it done tonight, but it's like, dude's really helping out. Alright, here's where we're at. If I had a trans jack, I could 100% get this thing out in half an hour. Easily. Like, I guarantee it. So, here's where we're at. I'm gonna drop this. It's held up by a ratchet strap, and then I'm gonna put the jack underneath here. We're gonna support it here, pull it back, drop it down just enough to get the new flex plate in, but not enough to ruin the lines. I do have the lines loose so that they can free flow, but I don't want to lose any tranny fluid. So I only have 2 quarts on me. We're gonna make the most. All right, so for those that were questioning me and saying, oh, it's not, look at that. I did a live stream. Those are the ones that come. Look at that. Now, this was supposed to go a lot quicker. I thought that I could just pull the trans out and not have to worry about the adapter plate. But the adapter plate, or the flex plate wasn't coming out, and it pulled the TK, or the converter a little bit. We got a little bit of a spill, but nothing crazy. There's a couple of drops. I got it back in, trying not to leak anything because I don't feel like having to top off. So I'm gonna get this pulled up a little bit more so that I can access those bolts so that we can go and throw the new one on tomorrow. But yep, she's junk. That's what you get for buying a thicker unit than stock, I guess. Alright. There's the old unit. She's wanting to go for a while, I guess. Alright, flex plate bolts are all torqued. She ain't going anywhere. Minor inconvenience with the converter, but it is what it is. So now we're gonna start throwing it back up in, make sure the converter spins freely, throw all the bolts in, Loctite. These are the upgraded bolts from power-driven diesel. So we're close. Well, we're still on the side of the road, but trans is in. I filmed a little less than I thought I was gonna, but she's up in, everything's torqued down. We gotta put the converter bolts, rear drive shaft, and cross member in. But we are gonna red Loctite those, reuse everything. And for you guys wondering, this is gonna be a temporary repair because I'm gonna go bill it, and this trans is coming out when I get home anyway. So, there you go, fucking AutoZone. This is what's left. This mess needs cleaned up. We got 3 nuts for the cross member, drive shaft bolts, and then 4 bolts here for the cross member itself, drive shaft. So, all right, we're almost done. Just gotta put that in there. We got everything here done. So, cross member and drive shaft, and then we're getting out of here. I think that's pretty much all I got left. Then we'll clean our mess up. Yeah, these 2, that's about it. Alright, moment of truth. Make sure we didn't fuck up. I'm gonna change my clothes, but he said, you're gonna shit when you see how close the Loves is. It's literally right there. My exit is still within view. So, I'm just being easy on it. I noticed the rear pinion decided to start leaking, and yeah, so I got about 5 hours till I'm home. Let's just get it home, go over and do all the maintenance, and hope like hell everything works. Alright, so of course the next hill, like he said, was a big hill. And yeah, I'm just chilling, 30% throttle, I'm not even trying, just holding about 35 to 40 miles an hour in 3rd gear locked. As I said, there's the throttle position, 30. I'm not trying to beat the truck up, I just want to get it down the road, get myself up to speed, and then we'll worry about doing 72 and, you know, beating on the truck. Alright, somehow did all that, and no leaks. But the rear, I'm noticing a problem with that. Ever since I changed the fluid, it decided to start. There's a lot of slop to it, let's put it that way. I did a lot more slop when I had that off. I mean, I think I need a rear, but I don't know, because if not, I gotta re-shim it, so we'll see. But I don't see anything on the ground or anything flinging, so maybe it was just fluid from the front. Maybe I get lucky and we're fine. But misery loves company. I'm just gonna do the billet one. But filling up at a mud flap now, and it's a regular gas station, so this is kind of weird. I'm gonna see if that'll fit over here, because I need more than that. But other than that, it's doing all right. The more I see this truck, the more I'm like, damn, I really kind of wish I would have bought a black one. I cannot wait to make Bertha black. All right, so my wife's on the way with the Dakota. We're gonna use the Dakota to pull this thing off. I need to go grab the ramps and this nice little decline right here. So we'll get all this undid. There we go. Ugh. There we go. Now, if you guys watched me before, I always use a bridle. You can see right there. Nobody cut the tip. But if you guys have a winch, you can run the winch down and back to itself. You can actually reverse snatch block these things, which is pretty cool. So basically you're pulling the truck that way. So you'll bring the winch down to a snatch block and bring it back to a spot up here on the front of the truck, pull the winch in, and it'll be doing this and pull the truck off. Now, I don't have a winch right now. We'll have one later, but just waiting on my wife to get here with the Dakota. I started teaching her how 4 low works. Basically multiplies the torque. And we're gonna use the Dakota, pull this thing off. I have boards and ramps and stuff back there. See, it's nice when you live 10 minutes away. I had my wife come down with the Dakota, put it in 4 low, and just pull it backwards. And the Dakota doesn't even feel it going up a hill. So that's what we used. And then I used my bridle. It took her like literally 7 minutes to get here. So by the time I was done setting up, she was already here. So I'm gonna go park the trailer up in my spot and then probably push that into the shop. Trailer is unhooked. Let's just do a shake test. Whatever. I'm gonna ignore it. And by the time you see this trailer next, it will have a 5th wheel coupler. I'm gonna wait to grab this. I'm just gonna leave all this shit here, I don't care. These are all gonna get soaked with some oil once I get the chance, but let's get down to the truck, get that in the shop, and then I have a bunch of errands to run today, and then we are back in full time starting tomorrow. All right, we finally got it in, tied the steering off. It's in neutral now. I'm gonna shut it off. And then, yeah, turn the key off. Put it in park. There we go. Now we can unhook the pintle. I'm gonna leave the key here. Gotta put a tag on it. But this is where she's at. I gotta cut this tarp. Or untie it. It's in there pretty good. All right, so for argument's sake, look, it just poured, like everything's fucking flooded right now. So I'm gonna have to have a meeting with them and see if we can't get that taken care of, because it's going in the shop and that's not good. So I need to get a meeting scheduled at some point, fix some electrical stuff and whatnot. But I will show you that truck in the next video. For now, I gotta fill the tank. I had this thing on like a fraction of that line, like under the gas light. So filling up now. I gotta get the welder fixed. The muffler decided that it wants to be able to do this, and it's a huge leak. So I need to get this thing removed and have them go fix that. Probably go over it and have someone do the maintenance. I'm gonna give them a call in a little bit, see if that's something the place that I use is able to do. No, I'm not fixing it myself. I'm not drilling and tapping and doing this and that. I'd rather just have somebody else do it. I'm fine with it. But that's gonna do it for the video. Not only is the truck running, is that dog shit? Is that a rock? That looked like dog shit, but it's a rock. But that's pretty much gonna do it for the video. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed some of the karma and shit show bullshittery that went on. I feel like I have pretty good karma at this point, because when that happened, we actually were able to find the part, and I was in a really good location. So shout out to Brian. Dude, you are awesome for coming out and helping out. Didn't have to do that. I offered him some money for the help. He completely did everything out of just the kindness of his heart. So appreciate you guys. Seriously, you guys are an awesome community for helping out and being able to track down and source everything. And that's awesome. It means the world to me. So that means that we're at least doing something positive for the world, right? So I'll see you guys later. This is my end shot for the day. See ya.